Relationships connect us as human beings. For most people, their existence is centered on, the various forms of relationships they find themselves in. Within the various forms of relationships is love that exists between a man and a woman who are not related. It is a passionate, romantic kind of love, and one thing in our world today that has the power to make or break that kind of relationship is social media. It has so much power that some people use it as a determinant for deciding who truly loves them and who does not. Is it really necessary for your partner to post you on social media? And if they do not, does it also mean they do not love you? You're welcome to Golda's Haven. My name is Golda Abba Dai. My guest for today is Mr. Nana Kwame Brobe, who is a digital marketer and knows his way around, branding and social media. Nana, you're welcome to Golda's Haven.
Thank you, Abba Dai Golda.
Thank you for taking the time to be our guest today.
Yes, it's been long overdue, guys. I've been wanting to be on a podcast for so long, but when the list of guests is too long than my desire, you get here very late.
You're welcome, Nana.
Thank you.
All right, Nana. So, I know that you know your way around social media because you enjoy it as a person personally, and, being a digital marketer is also a factor. And I also know that because of, you being a presenter, you hear different stories all over the place. My first question for you is, what is it about social media that people use it, as a form of validation for their relationships? I'm talking from the context of if your partner doesn't post you, they don't love you. If they don't post you, you're cheating. Why is it a form of validation?
I think social media is a form of validation even outside of romantic relationships, even for self, right? Mm-hmm. There's an idea of a show and tell when it comes to social media. You want to show, you want to tell. Yeah. So even for self, you just want to feel like you are out there, right? Okay. People would like it. People would know you're fashion savvy. People would know you have style. People would know you have a great voice to do podcasts, whatever it is. Okay. Social media is a form of validation, not even to view it in a negative or positive sense. It is just a form of positive or negative validation. When it comes to relationships, however, people like to be shown off. Okay. I think even before social media had the prominence it has now, our parents' relationship had a form of show off too. She sayings oh, didn't you do a cheer? Who knows? Yes. The idea that when you have the love of your life around you or on your arm is a form of societal praise. Okay. People would see your partner and say, oh, that is your partner. Mm-hmm. Right? That social media provides a bigger platform of visibility. So from our parents, it's almost when your wife or your husband is on your arm in public, people see you and think you to be very lucky and to to have all of that. Exactly. But now social media gives you a bigger platform of visibility that even people outside your jurisdiction, geographical that is, will see you and think, damn, that's yours. So then a lot of people like to be shown. A lot of people like to show what they have, and it's not it's a bad thing. People want to let other people know they found joy in other people. People want other people to know they found love. So that is where it stems from, just the need for other people to see
that this is someone that you're with. But the question that I'm asking is, well, like you said, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. People can decide, okay, I want to show my partner and all that. But why is it a form of a validation? If my partner doesn't post me, they don't love me, they're cheating. What if some people are just private? They don't, want their business out there, they treat you right, they respect you. But they just don't do the social media thing. Why would you say that, because of that, your partner doesn't love you, or you think that, they're stepping out on you?
It depends on who you're speaking of, right? If what is I don't do social media thing? What exactly does it mean?
Some people just don't do social media.
So then they don't have social media?
No, some people don't.
Then that is fine.
And some people are on it, but they are not consistent. Like me, I don't do anything on it.
Exactly. But then the idea is this, right? If you are active on social media and you're constantly posting about other parts of your life that makes you happy,
do you think that should also be a part of their lives?
No, the idea is if you are not private, why do you choose to be private with
your
just that
relationship.
person?
What if that is a very, very important part that, they would like to keep to themselves and not want
It depends
to,
on the perspective of you. Are you hiding it because it's important, or you're hiding it because you do not think it's worth posting like all the other things? That's how it is. It
some
depends
people
on the
don't
person.
even... I won't even use the word hide for some people. Some people are just, private.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like maybe me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like my business being out there.
Yes.
So you won't see me.
Yes.
I'm selective about the things that I post. So, maybe funny memes, important things, maybe the word of God that I believe everyone should hear and all that. But, I censor the things that I post. So, yes, you
That
won't
is
see
a
me
general thing for you.
posting
So imagine if you posted everything on social media.
Okay, so then people would expect
You
that
post
I
your
would-
morning breakfast. You post the things that make you happy. You post your friends every day. You are
so you
posting every part of your life.
Okay, so you think that is an
But
important part?
just that part you want to be private now?
Okay, but would you say that just because they're not posting that also means that they don't love you or that they're cheating?
No, it depends. Like, you have to know your partner.
Exactly.
Right? Personally,
That's
for
very
me, I am very active on social media because of my presence, not because of what I post. I am a lazy poster on social media. I don't post as often. And I choose what I call private in the sense that, like, I don't want to post my relationship. Yes. Not because I'm not proud of it, not because it doesn't make me happy, just because I don't want that part of me out there.
Out there, yeah.
Like, I want to be viewed as just a social media, like somebody on social media that posts nice pictures when they can and posts funny memes. I don't want to be seen as somebody that has like a diary of their life on social media.
Yeah.
And that is me, right? So then if I do not post you, then it's like, oh, this person just wouldn't. It's not a me thing. Like, it's not just specific to one person. I won't post anybody else.
Exactly.
Right?
Okay.
And I could post my girlfriend and not
even say that this is my partner.
Exactly.
People would know.
Yeah,
okay,
I would just post. Like,
just
hey,
with a caption
love
and-
emoji. That's fine.
You
That's
wouldn't
also,
know that I'm posting.
Exactly.
Okay,
So there is that strength of privacy.
Okay.
Right. So if you say I don't want to put my relationship out there, there's a way to protect or be private of a relationship and not hide it.
Of course. Oh, say we're here like this. I can say that, okay, no, this is my partner. You know my partner.
Exactly.
I'm not hiding him.
Exactly.
But you won't see that it's all over social media. I think that's how some people, think and then do their things. But today in our world, we have them. The world is evolving. People have different forms of love language.
Yeah.
Can someone say that you posting them on social media is their love language?
Yes, it's
and you
wild.
have to what's the word that I want to use? You have to do it because it is their love language. How do you?
First of all, even a love language is could be true, but it's a wild thing to have.
It is.
Right?
Is.
But recently I saw something on social media that really cracked me up. So girls are saying they want men. They are meant to be wanted by other women. And if they're dating somebody that is unwanted by other women, they're like, oh,
really?
What did I get? Did I get the bottom barrel kind of guy?
Really?
Yeah. They want men that women love.
Oh, seriously?
Exactly. It's sort of like...
Wow, so what, the more women like him is a validation for you that you got something?
Yeah. Like, I got the one people want and I had him.
Seriously?
Very egoistic, but yes.
Oh, that is crazy, man.
So imagine that person saying, well, my love language is posting me.
Exactly.
Because their view of relationships are that they are the price. And you are the price. You are the trophy, they are the trophy. And what do you do when you have trophies?
You show it off.
Exactly.
But you see, I think there are levels of having a trophy. Some people just want something to put on a stand that's shiny and all that and it has no meaning.
Yeah.
So,
but then what's the point, right, of putting a trophy with no meaning?
Some people do. Some people want trophy partners. They don't even care about trophy partners. Like, oh, maybe she's smart, she's this, she's that. Oh, she's just pretty on the outside. I want someone like that.
Yeah. But that's the funny thing. When you find a gem of a partner, they're not necessarily a trophy.
Oh, no, not at all. Right? That's completely different.
Like people that think of themselves and their partners as trophies want to show them off. Right? When you think of your partner as a jewel, you are very protective of it.
Yeah.
The trophy just comes with the whole extravaganza.
I love that you said ego. Ego is a bit
I think romantic relationships play by ego. Like, it's very egoistic, it's sad.
Don't you think people need to mature from that? Because I mean, if there's a lot, I don't even know what ego does there to begin with.
I think
doesn't it mess with their relationship?
No, it doesn't. Like, even the idea that you are with somebody and that yours is very egoistic. Like, you're all mine.
I haven't thought about it from that kind of perspective. But
romantic relationships
okay.
are very egoistic. It's not like it's a negative thing. It's just a character of that kind of relationship.
Okay.
Like, the fact you want somebody all to yourself.
You feel like it is egoistic.
It's me in mine. Why nobody must have you, babes? Calm down.
I'm amazed you're saying, some women are like, if you have a partner that, nobody is, why does it make them unattractive?
Because they want to feel like they won. And it's more evident in heterosexual relationships with regards to men.
Okay.
You see how it's an idea that men always want the approval of their male friends for their girlfriends.
Okay.
Which is crazy, but it is there. Men would immediately start pursuing a woman because their friends don't think of them fine enough.
I see.
And there are stories where
I'm hearing you just
girls will also post the pictures of the guys in the group chat.
Hey, okay, I know some women do, and then they make fun of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all there. Like, people want other people to know that I won. People want their friends. As I said, that form of validation that you are with a fine partner. You are with an amazing partner worth showing off.
Okay. Well, some people do have great things, but they like to still keep it.
Yeah, that's it.
But there's something that I want to ask. This whole thing with, you have great things, you want to show it off and all that. Most of the time when we're on social media, we've seen a lot of people post majority of their lives on social media, and those relationships don't end up going well.
Yeah.
So doesn't it say something like, not that hide your partner, but censor it a bit?
Mm-hmm. I don't really agree with that.
Okay.
But I feel like posting somebody or being very public about a relationship and it ending, that really not.
You don't think there's a correlation?
Yes, it's like, it couldn't be, babes. You could be the only person that knows you're man or woman on this earth, and if it will crash, it will crash.
You think it has nothing to do with,
I really feel like
over, sharing
that being a reason why you want to censor how public you are with your partner is wrong. If you want to keep a relationship private, it's not because of an evil eye. It's not because of fear of what if it breaks and ends. It should be because that is who you are.
I saw the story one time. I'm sad I didn't, keep up with it. But I think there was a lady who, kept showing her partner on social media. And apparently there was this woman on her page. And, she stepped to the guy and she said, what a guy.
And what do you think is the reason?
That is why I'm asking. Some people were making the argument that if she, consistently didn't post the man,
do you know the man does not only exist to the woman?
Of course not. Not. As far as he's a human being.
He has a workplace.
But people are making an argument. This stemmed from
posting
on the page.
Like, if the person is a great person, it's evident to a lot of people.
Yes, it
is.
If
a person is kind, they are not just kind to their partner.
Yeah.
If a person is generous, they are generous to a lot of people.
Okay.
People will see your partner in the office, at a queue or in a queue of a watchy joint, and think, oh, this person is really kind. He speaks softly. He speaks like a gentleman. People can see the qualities you see in your man, whether you post it or not. Right? So if your man can be taken by somebody else, it's not because you show them off.
It's because he is who he is. Is that the point?
He is who he is.
But social media does have a lot of power. You know that, right?
In this regard, one thing I would say is social media gives you an illusion of options. That I would say. Like, you post a picture and you're like, damn, babes, fire, marry me. Like, people make you feel like, oh my God, you're such a prize, right? So it gives you an illusion of option in the sense that if I end this relationship,
I'll find something else. Okay, so maybe you have something great, but because of that illusion, and then you lose that great
And that is
thing.
the power of social media that I wish people would know. The likes on social media is like money when you are playing Monopoly. It's not real.
It's not, yeah. Unless maybe you get to the monetization part where you
exactly.
make a lot of money.
It's really not real. Just because somebody thought you to be beautiful enough to like and comment does not mean that they'll be willing to deal with you as a person. People like the idea of you.
Yeah.
And on social media, you put an idea of you. It's not you. It's an idea. It's a well-created idea.
Let me say Ghana. I don't want to use Africa because I can't speak for people. Our country, we're a bit superstitious.
Yeah.
We believe in things of the spirit and all that. So some people, make the argument, say, you need to be on the editor, because as you're doing that, there are eyes and things all over the place that can, mess with things that are in, basically, they can do it in the spirit and then it manifests in the physical. Do you agree with that, or you have
I say this, opinion? I have a problem with that.
Okay.
And it's even like outside the context of romantic relationship. I think it's a more Christian thing. I say this. For a religion, and I'm a Christian.
No, I don't even think that is a Christian thing.
No, I'm coming. Like, for like a Christian, like
okay,
me,
you're okay.
And so knowing my experiences with other Christians.
Okay.
For a religion, it's so much based on faith.
Okay.
It's also so much based on fear of an evil eye. It's weird. It's like you're always like, when somebody sees and they destroy it. When somebody sees and they destroy it.
I don't think I don't think it's only stemming from that kind of. I think it's just like a form of a caution. Be careful.
No, that's a funny thing, but I just like I'm saying I can speak for Christians because I don't know.
You know about other people and
right?
the kind of
because
faith,
the idea is, what will be like somebody's going to see it,
and
you are putting your thing out there. People could mess with it. And it is true, people could mess with it.
But then, you're trying to say people shouldn't focus so much on it. I suppose it depends on.
I'm not even saying people shouldn't. I'm just trying to say, as much as they feel like the presence and existence of principalities,
it doesn't mean don't live.
It doesn't mean don't live, and it doesn't mean underestimate God.
I love that you're saying have no faith in God. But
if you're focused on the fear, you're focusing less on faith. That's what I'm saying.
Wow,
like let the principalities be there. That's because as much as they said that the evil, the kings of the night, he also said, "Let 1,000 fall by your side, 1,000 by your right. You shall trample on snakes." So the snakes are there that hissing. But then my whole point is have faith because faith will trample over every other fear.
I think it's not that people don't have faith. I think it's just like I said before, caution. Be careful. It's not that don't post. Like you said, maybe be careful to not just post everything they post, but just
be careful of what exactly.
We are seeing no,
Matthias. But me person idea said like you see that bad wishes, right? But also good wishes. No, that people are going to see you share your story and think, wow, God
that's a
did
form
it for
of
you.
Motivation.
I want this for me too. Like, we all say God when. It's like a form of like testimony you're sharing. And people are going to say, God did it for you, they could do it for me too.
I get that.
And somebody could see you and just think, oh, just because this wedding is so pretty, I hope they last. If you can think of bad wishes having so much,
you should think about the good.
That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is,
I get that, but I'm just trying to tell you that
better believers if you focus more on faith. Because sometimes I have also sometimes shielded myself from sharing good news because of the idea that
we are seeing hookah cars.
Let it settle, like babes, because you don't know what can happen. But then at the end of the day, that fear is legit.
Exactly. That's all that I'm trying to say. And I'm just trying to say that I think people are just trying to be cautious. It's not that maybe they don't have faith. I'm sure people have a lot of faith. It's just be careful. That's all. It's not that don't finance at all.
Yeah, that's the funny thing.
Just caution. Apply a bit of
let's break the caution now. What exactly are you cautious of? We are seeing, but what exactly are you cautious of?
Bad people. Evil wishes. You see, you are saying that focus so much on the good, but you can't also disagree that there's bad.
Yeah.
No matter how little it may be. It's just a bit of caution.
Do you know why that is rendered like not very effective? Or in that sense, right? Okay, hold on. In that sense is you can never really for sure tell who has your best interest at heart.
Of course, that one day you can't.
Like you see the close-knit circle, you are thinking, oh my God, these people are all they need.
And no crying who know.
That could be what the problem is from.
Of course.
So I'm just trying to say, maybe free yourself of the responsibility.
I get what you're trying to say, that, maybe you thinking that social media, maybe it may not even be there and it may be in your personal life. I get all that. I'm just trying to say that, it's just be careful, Kakrebi.
Exactly. Okay. And I understand that. I think everybody should be cautious. But all I'm saying...
I love something that somebody said. The person is saying that. So, Nana, will you put your money on the floor because you have faith? I like that.
No. First of all, let's put that. Like, the reason why that analogy is not the same as posting on social media is you're not putting... When you post the person on social, you're not saying, I'm leaving my partner for people to come and take. All you are doing is like in this context, what would be the same is showing to the people I have money and thinking you will lose it because you show people you have money.
I think the person is just bordering on the faith portion.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you
all
are
I'm saying
talking
is
about.
faith without works is not, like,
course,
it's
of
nothing,
course, it's
right?
dead, yeah.
But what is the works rooted in? That's what you should ask yourself. Like, just, I feel like, I'm not saying you shouldn't be cautious, right? If you find your moments where you are being cautious, ask yourself, dig deeper.
You know,
what are you cautious of?
That's
Because
all that
I've
I'm
been there
trying to
before.
tell you that.
I think it's a human element to be fearful of an evil, especially from our part of the world.
That's the first thing that I made.
Right?
You know, that's the first point that I
Exactly.
made, that given our society, we're a bit superstitious. You know, we believe in
Yeah.
things of the spirit. And I mean, as a Christian, there are things of the spirit.
Yeah,
You know, there
yeah.
are many examples of it. And like I'm saying, you see, it's not that people shouldn't post. I mean, people have done posting and all that, and they are fine, because at the end of the day, you don't know what they do with
Exactly.
their prayer life, you know, and the level of, you know, their relationship with God that protects them. I think it's just it doesn't mean
day you're true.
that's
Any
all.
day you're
That's
true.
all. It's
Any
not
day
that
you're true.
don't post thing, you know, unless you are the kind of person who doesn't really want to post. That is
Exactly.
your
Exactly.
prerogative. You don't want to post, but even posting that's basically
like
it's.
Yeah, I agree too. And I'll say the reason why you should do that is because of the idea you want to put out there. It should never be based on fear, right? Because, and I would say, when you find yourself being cautious, ask yourself that, right?
So you're saying people, the motive for which people are posting is also important.
Yes, like, ask yourself that, because I've been there. Like, I want to share good news, and I'm like, nah, maybe don't share it to the world. Maybe it's gonna get messed up. But then one thing you also don't realize is, when you give God an audience, He shows up.
Oh, of course. I know testimonies are great. They're also
When
to
you
praise God.
like when you give God an audience, He shows off, in a sense that I'm going to say, oh yeah, I finally got this job, and then I thank God, right? And then somebody is wishing, maybe you lose that job. God wants to prove to the person that just because you rely on Him. All I'm saying is, when you find yourself, right, being very cautious of posting certain things because of an evil eye, dig deeper.
Is that UGD?
Yes, just dig deeper. That's what I'm saying.
I like that angle that you're coming from, to have crazy faith. But crazy faith too doesn't mean them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's all that I'm trying to get you to understand.
Be cautious with what you post.
Exactly.
Be cautious with what you post.
Is a
but
bit
always
important.
dig deeper to know why you're being
Yeah.
cautious. Because I don't just want to have my things out there. Because even aside evil eye, I personally, like, there's this couple on Twitter, right? They're very out there. And whenever one person is being dragged, somebody just goes to insult the girlfriend. And she said nothing.
Okay.
Right? That's the funny thing. When you put yourself and your relationship out there, you make them susceptible to like verbal
Of course, then
abuse
people
and
have
shame.
an opinion
Exactly.
about, you know, the
Somebody
things-
could be insulting and just bring your girlfriend in to insult you. That's what I'm saying. So if you're being cautious,
You have
ask
to think
yourself
about the
why.
many
I
things.
want to be cautious. Like, why is this? If your main reason is just because evil eye don't the God.
You don't agree with that. You feel like people should have more faith and not evil.
Babes. Trust God.
I
Fuck that.
say trust God. Okay, so what about the ones who say, I'm not posting my partner on social media because they don't do the same for me?
I understand. I'm petty like that. I'm petty
You're
like
petty
that,
like that.
so-
It's like a reciprocal kind of thing. So,
Reciprocity
yeah.
is important
So
in
if
every
the person doesn't
relationship.
reciprocate, you're not going to do it. Eh?
Make a go overdo this thing.
So you agree with the
Overdo
people who
myself.
say that? You agree with the people who
Yes.
say because my partner
Yes.
proposed to me, I will
Yes.
post you. You think that's a fair?
Yes. If they give you the left hand, give them the left hand. Don't listen in this life. Do you know what is sad? When you overdid something and it crashed, do you know how you be beating yourself up? Like all the stuff I did, the signs were clear.
So reciprocity is important. That's
Reciprocity
what
is
you're
important
saying.
in
So
relationships,
if
even
you-
friendships. So
Okay, so if your partner won't post you, then I mean, why would you post a partner? So
yeah,
then,
like that's the shallow sense of it, right?
But
But
that's
then
it, okay.
I also feel like if you claim, I'm not very out there in my relationship, and your partner is very out there in your relationship,
that becomes a
and they
bit
post you,
okay. The
and
dynamics
they-
become so then now you have to
So now you
compromise
have
the
to
bits
exactly right.
do
So
what-
just know that once in a while, post her.
It's not a
It's not compromise,
Now
right?
who says
Exactly.
that is her form of
Exactly,
you know.
exactly, and understand each other in
Okay.
that sense.
Okay. So what about occasions? Even if you don't like posting at all, your partner's birthday, maybe anniversaries and all that. So on those days, because they don't post, you also don't post.
You
And reciprocity, holding all
you will
situations.
not post me on my birthday.
But you post your Reciprocity, I don't know.
You will not.
Reciprocity, you are not posting me. I'm not posting.
Let's go. Why would you not post me on my birthday? You claim you love me. I'm telling one of the best.
Hey, I'm sometimes serious. So some of us we are not
on the day
correct.
that I was born, it doesn't mean anything to yeah, man. It's like Christians not thinking that the birth of Christ is important.
So you feel like at least on certain occasions you should.
It's not up for discussion.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow.
It's not up for discussion. And even to some people who are petty like me, even the number of times you post is a problem. Love of your life. Happy birthday. You know the people that you put happy birthday.
HBD
emoji. One celebration emoji. One love emoji. They're done. The relationship ended. Are you mad?
Okay, so
why are you wishing like that?
You know why I kept making the statement that social media has power is because I wrote my thesis. On social media, and even though I didn't look at it from the perspective of relationships, I looked more on the effect that it has on young people.
Yeah.
But you see, when you're doing the research, you have to read wide, so you come across a lot of things. So the conclusion for my thesis was that it has a lot of power, and the negatives were outweighing the positives. So then it makes you think, okay, even with, your faith, your regular life, it has the power to have a certain effect on you. So if you keep putting things out there, things that maybe you should censor, things that should be private, it can also have a certain effect on you.
Yeah, I think of social media as fire.
Okay.
I was thinking about somebody that said their favorite element is fire.
Okay.
And whenever she steps into it, she feels it, and it's just I'm like, damn, you're gonna go to hell. How do you love her? But anyways, that's just. I think of social media as fire.
Okay.
Fire is not inherently good or bad. It's what you do with it.
Okay.
Right? It could fuel you in the most positive way,
and
it could burn you up in the most.
I don't disagree with that.
Dire
That's
ways,
true.
right?
Yeah.
So then it depends. Know what you want to do with the fire.
Media. Okay.
Know what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
Let it fuel you or let it burn you.
Yeah.
But it's going to do
That's
something.
true. That's true. That's very true. It's like a bit of my conclusion for my paper. It's true. How you make use of
Great
social
minds
media.
think alike.
How you make use of social media is important.
Yeah.
So basically, now you're saying that how you use social media is what matters. But what I want to know is, so do you think people should use it as a form of validation, or you think that you don't need to use it as a form of validation for your relationship?
I think human beings are beings of validation.
So you think they need to use it as a form of validation?
You're always going to find validation somewhere,
Wow.
babes. Even love in itself is validation.
Wow. I am
To
actually
feel
on the
worthy of
opposite
love.
side. I feel like it shouldn't be
It's a
used.
form of validation. You feel like you belong. Somebody wants you. Somebody loves you. Validation is not inherently wrong. I feel like human beings are beings of validation, right? And at a point in time, you're going to find that in different places, right? It's just that when you use social media as a form of validation, as I said, what are you validating?
Exactly. That is what I'm trying to understand. Like, I mean, yes, people have opinions, but at the end of the day, you see, you may be showing things on social media, but they are not the ones in that relationship. Who feel social media and I want to could deal with the real thing. So what is there? Yes, I know people can give great advice. You can, but in the giving of advice, you have to understand that every relationship has its dynamics.
Yes.
What I say, and see what is working for someone may not work for you. For example, some people, you see, because of the power of anonymity, people who may not even be qualified may be there and giving you
advice.
Exactly various forms of opinion. So like you're saying, you have to apply a bit of wisdom. Know what it is that you're looking for in that place. If you find something and that thing is great and it can help you, that's absolutely wonderful. But then for most people, they just what's the word that I'm trying to I'm trying to use a certain word, but should I use the word kobo? They just take anything in.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
And those have dire consequences if you don't apply a bit of wisdom,
They do.
for your life.
They do. It's like social media is like noise at the end of the day.
Exactly.
There's good noise, there's bad noise.
There's
You have to
bad.
shut down the bad ones.
Okay.
Right? And it's like social media as a form of validation cannot be a litmus paper. You know how
True.
litmus paper is going to either say you're acid or
Oh yeah,
no.
yeah.
It's going to, you have to say, I'm posting this because I believe it's fire. Whoever thinks it's fire,
Will
good.
gravitate
great,
towards
exactly.
that.
Whoever doesn't think it's fire,
And also
respectfully F you.
okay.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's not supposed to be a litmus paper. It's just supposed to make, because there's there's good in numbers, right? We all like the fact, like, especially when you work out and everybody thinks you look good. It does something to you in a very positive way, right? But then if you're confident in how you look, it just becomes
You don't
like
really
background
care
noise.
about
Exactly.
They're not going
that
to is all that I was
They're
trying.
not going to determine whether you look fire. You know you look fire.
So I know who knew here.
And or if everybody thinks you look fire, I'm like, oh, okay, good. Yeah, you have taste.
But a lot of people get affected. It's like you are with your partner. Last time I was having a conversation with someone, and the person was like, hey, I don't go for guys who are big. I don't want big stomach. I want flat, tall, and all that. And I was like, whatever rocks your boat is what you have to stay with. There are men who may have a big stomach, but he's a kind, great man who makes you happy. And the six-pack is not making you happy. So don't be following people's, views and opinions of what they want on social media. Now I could see an issue, and at the end of the day, you are in misery.
Like, do you know how crazy it is even like structure your life around what people want to? And you know what people want
because
on social media.
Social media, it's just like I don't want to use the word facade, but most of the things there are not real.
Yeah,
that is the thing that people fail to understand. Most of these girls now, how they're shaped and all that, and women are getting surgeries and BBL and dying, and editing.
Yeah. Social media sells an idea.
Exactly. So obviously, yes, have fun on it. I mean, you are a human being. You need a form of recreation. Some people use it for business. Some people have changed their lives and done positive things on it. But so that is the point of the caution of think properly.
Yeah.
What is there that you want?
Exactly.
This thing that you're picking up for your relationship. Will it work for your relationship? Some people show all their lives on social media and their relationship is fine. Maybe I will try. So you think about it. Okay. So you're saying that have confidence in yourself as a person. Social media is social media.
Yes.
Don't let it rock your boat. Don't let it make you insecure because of the things that you see over there.
Yeah.
Don't really use it as a form of validation like that. That's what you're saying.
Like, you validate yourself.
Exactly.
And that is just like positive. Like they just add to it. It's just for what you want, right? Because they're not litmus paper. They're not going to decide whether that you believe in yourself is a lie or is it
exactly.
If you find people that believe what you believe, it's like, oh, you have good taste. If you're like, damn, you ain't got good taste,
then you move on.
And you don't think this is fire? Wow, who raised you? And you move on. People think it's fire. Oh, I see that. Let me follow you. You have good taste. So it's not that deep.
All right. This has been fun.
It has been fun.
Interesting. You made me laugh too.
Yeah, please bring me more. Bring me often, please. Bring me often. I love to be here.
All right, people. My name is Golda Abadai. My guest today was Nana Kwame Burbe, who is a digital marketer. And we were talking about whether or not you should use social media as a form of validation. I think in between, the point that we made was it shouldn't really be a validation. If you believe in yourself, if you have a great partner, and you decide, okay, we want to post a bit about ourselves on social media, that is absolutely fine. But that should not be the determinant or the most important thing in your life. So be happy, have fun on social media, then fun in World Cup, sir.
Yeah.
Enjoy
guys,
the rest.
Please, let me do this. And guys, do listen and share
all
episodes of Golda's Haven. Toodles.
You're crazy. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you learned something because I did a lot. I shall see you another time. Toodles.